inspired. I'm inspired.
Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumet Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today I'm talking about how to overcome wounded masculinity, okay? This is a real problem right now. In fact, I think it's one of those crises in culture and a big purge and a shift that is happening right now currently for all of us, which is the purging of the dark masculine energy, right? The over-aggression, the domination, the wanting to prove itself, the going out and hustling and making it happen and rah! That energy. Or we shouldn't be very destructive, but understand that, again, it can be channeled towards understanding a deeper layer of the soul and the ego, okay? I think one of the ways in which the wounded masculine gets triggered is through the divine feminine. Okay, the divine feminine helps this purge happen along. Understand something, okay? That you want to feel safe within your own masculinity. And this goes for women too watching. Okay? You want to feel safe within your own masculinity. If you're a woman watching and you feel that you don't feel safe within your own masculinity, you're going to, one, either seek it externally, outside of you, constantly, or second, you are going to actually attract less masculine men into your life. There's nothing wrong with that. That's valid. But if that's not what you're looking for and you're energetically sending out that signature, that might be something to look at. Okay, that feeling of safety. Because masculine energy, ultimately, it's a feeling of safety, right? It's a feeling of groundedness. It's a feeling of presence, of linear thinking, of logic and understanding. So, I've grown up being very understanding of the opposite, of feminine energy, growing up. I didn't used to understand masculine energy as much as I do now. So, what I would say is, first of all, the first thing you got to do to strengthen your masculine, to turn it from dark to light, is forgiveness. First of all, forgiveness of your father. Forgiveness of your father. He did the best that he can at the time that he did it. He didn't know any better. So, doing a meditation, doing a release, doing a guided process where you forgive and let go of that piece of energy that's stuck in your heart, connected to that. That's the first thing. Second thing, feminine energy is the soil from which masculinity can grow, and masculinity is the soil from which femininity can grow. That's the yin and yang, right? It's this balance, it's this dance. So one way to really feel that purge and let it go is to cry as a man. Is to cry. It's not easy, especially because we've been told by culture that that is wrong and that is not allowed. And of course, I do want to say this too, you want to cry being a king of your kingdom, okay? Crying as a peasant doesn't really work, right? As a strategy, personally, right? But again, you don't have to show that to the world, right? You go off into the woods, you connect with nature, Mother Nature, right? Because that is the soil from which the masculinity can grow. So you go off into nature, take a week off, go into nature and cry. Let it all go. Just cry and let it all out. Punch the soil if you need to. Let the rage come out of you and what you felt. That's my advice, because that is truly grounding and healing. Because all that dark masculine energy, that wounded masculine energy is telling you is, it's your higher self telling you that you got to go towards the sacred masculine, right? That's all it's telling you. And it's just a corrupt DVD file in the mind, right? It's just like a virus in the programming that's going to keep showing up in unhealthy ways. Okay? Like, In a relationship, it might show up. In your workplace, it might show up. Where you're getting into arguments with people. Maybe you're not connecting with your partner, your wife, or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, right? It shows up in that way. So understand that once you go internally, you have a choice. You have a choice to heal. And that healing starts when you're truly being present with yourself and not running away. Because the more we push and we rush and we force, it's taking us away from the flow. Okay? So this is why it's relevant to this channel as well, because a lot of guys, they're not dealing with their wound. The wound contains the wisdom. As Elliot Hull says, the wound contains the womb. That's where things are born from, and womb being a feminine thing. Right? So, again, you want feminine energy right now to revitalize you, and perhaps you don't have that right now. And so you are seeking this energy, this attention from women. Right? This understanding like, oh, she looked at me. It feels really good. Okay? However, at the same time, please understand, my friends, that it's ultimately the feeling of safety and survival as a man, the survival quality as a man, that you can handle the things that are coming your way. And not bend to the chaos of the feminine as well. Because the feminine will bring you that energy of that wild nature. It's just there. It's just natural. Like, imagine a tsunami just taking control of you. How are you supposed to control a tsunami? You can't. You can just be the earth that contains all the tsunamis ever. And you come to that place of pure awareness and deep embodiment as a man, that you connect with your core, your sacral, your solar plexus, and you ground and you bring it down, okay? So think of it like this too. The higher chakras are the feminine energy, okay? So that is what is bringing you up more, to explore the infinity and the awe and the creativity and the imagination. But you got to give that some substance, some form. Otherwise, how are you going to manifest? Right? If you're only living up here and you're not grounded to reality, you're going to be all talk, no action. Okay? So the way that you heal the wounded masculine is through action, is through bringing that energy down to your core. Your basal energy, you've got to transmute that and bring it up towards your heart. Okay? The heart is the midpoint. If you could imagine like a yin and yang, located right where your heart is, right close to your heart, like your midpoint, almost like Iron Man. It's funny they say Iron Man because that's Fe is the symbol for iron, right? Female. Anyway, that's awesome. So if you imagine you had a yin yang right here, like an Iron Man symbol, right? Like that emanates. That's where the higher realms and the lower realms meet. That's where Satan and God meets, right in the heart. So it's like, it's spinning. I want you to give yourself that visualization. And then from there, from that space, from that certainty, from that guiding, I want you to practice taking the moment, the little error that does not compute in the mind of the dark masculine and the wounding, and know that it is time to heal. And the way that you heal is through connecting you to the earth, forgiveness, and taking action. Taking massive action towards your goals, not in a forceful or brash way, but in a trusting and a knowingness that it's bound to happen. And I'm moving towards it every day. I don't have to burn out and press myself until my head explodes. But what I can do is move with a smooth pattern of engagement and presence and understanding and patience and kindness and still strength. And let that strength revitalize you from the inside so you're not seeking for it outside of you. And if you have a brilliant woman in your life who's giving you that revitalization, you see her feminine beauty, and you let that radiance glow within you and give you strength and understanding that I need to protect this woman. There's something in my genetic coding telling me that I've got to save her. I've got to protect her. Not from a white knight mentality, but from a primal essence as a man on this planet. Stay true to you, stay protected, stay honest, and stay in the flow. Have an amazing day. May the flow be with you, and stay legendary.